Your energy is not just something invisible that flows through your body. It's a force field, a signal, a vibration that shapes the world around you. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every intention you set becomes a frequency broadcast into the universe. And what you broadcast, you begin to attract. This is the essence of becoming a magnet for abundance. It's not just about the outer hustle, the strategies, or the grind. It's about who you are energetically. When your energy is aligned with truth, gratitude, and a deep sense of deserving, life begins to flow differently. Opportunities find you. People are drawn to you. Doors open that you didn't even knock on. If you're watching this video, it's not a coincidence. Something within you is ready to rise. So I encourage you to watch all the way to the end, because everything you're seeking is already seeking you. And as you watch, take a moment to pause and write your warmest wishes in the comments, along with the number 77, a symbol of spiritual alignment and blessings. This act alone begins the energetic shift. It's not just a comment, it's a declaration. A moment where you say to the universe, I'm ready, I'm aligned, I receive. Wishes come true when they are backed by energy, and today, your energy is already doing the work. The journey toward abundance starts with one powerful truth. You must believe that you are worthy of it. Many people are blocked not because they lack potential, talent, or ideas, but because, deep down, they don't believe they deserve abundance. They've absorbed limiting beliefs, messages from the past, conditioning from environments that told them to play small. But you are not here to play small. You are here to rise, to lead, to thrive. The moment you shift your internal belief system, the external world follows, because the universe doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your vibration. And when your energy says, I am abundant, the universe says, yes, you are. Think about the people you admire, those who seem to draw success and opportunity effortlessly. It's not that their lives are perfect, or that they've never faced struggle. It's that they've become conscious of their energy. They've learned to master their inner world so their outer world reflects that mastery. You are capable of that same alignment. You are already carrying the energy of abundance within you. It just needs to be activated. And that activation happens when you align your thoughts with belief, your emotions with gratitude, and your actions with purpose. Energy is not passive. It's not something you have. It's something you project. And if your projection is rooted in scarcity, fear, or doubt, you'll continue to see that reflected back to you. But if you shift that projection into faith, expansion, and trust, everything begins to change. It's not always immediate, but it is inevitable. Like a magnet, you begin pulling in resources, people, moments, and synchronicities that match your new energetic signature. Life is responding to you in every moment, whether you realize it or not. So ask yourself, what is my energy saying right now? You don't need to be perfect to attract abundance. You just need to be present. You just need to be intentional. The moment you stop reacting to life and start responding with clarity and purpose, the game shifts. You step into a co-creative role where you're no longer just surviving, you're thriving. Abundance flows in many forms: health, love, creativity, peace, wealth. And every single form of it begins with the energy you embody. You're not waiting on a miracle. You are the miracle. The magnet is already inside of you. Everything that exists in your outer world begins in your inner one. If your mind is chaotic, your surroundings will reflect that. If your heart is closed off, relationships will feel distant or strained. But if your soul is lit with purpose, if your thoughts are aligned with clarity, if your emotions are grounded in gratitude, then the world opens up to you in ways you never imagined. You begin to attract not just material success but emotional fulfillment. You begin to call in not just opportunities but aligned relationships. Because your energy says, I'm ready for more. And abundance doesn't always show up in obvious ways. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it tests you. Sometimes it delays, only to arrive at the perfect moment. But your job is to stay energetically aligned, to trust the timing, and to believe that what's meant for you is already on its way. You don't need to chase it. You just need to become the version of you who is already living it. What does that version of you feel like? How do they move through the day? What thoughts do they think? That is your roadmap. When you become intentional about your energy, everything shifts. Your posture changes. Your voice carries more confidence. Your presence becomes magnetic. People feel you before you speak. Opportunities find you without you forcing anything. Because you've done the inner work, you've cleared the blocks, you've raised the frequency, and now the world is reflecting back what you always were, a powerful, abundant being. So take a deep breath and own that truth. You're not waiting on abundance. You're walking in it. When you start tuning into the frequency of abundance, you realize that it's not just about having more, it's about becoming more. Abundance is not a destination, it's a state of being. It's how you show up in your life, how you carry yourself in each moment, how you choose to think even when the evidence hasn't arrived yet. That's where the true magnetism begins. Because when you think from the future, when you live as if the abundance is already here, your energy shifts dramatically. You're no longer in a state of lack, you're in a state of trust. And trust is magnetic. People can feel when you're walking in alignment. They might not know what it is, but they feel something different in your presence. That difference is energetic. It's confidence without arrogance. It's openness without desperation. It's peace without complacency. You emit a vibration that says, I'm not chasing anything. I'm allowing what's already mine to arrive. That's powerful. That's abundance in motion. And that's when the universe responds in kind, matching your calm certainty with manifestations that seem to appear effortlessly. The truth is, abundance isn't hiding from you. It's simply waiting for you to meet it at the right level. And that level isn't about perfection. It's about authenticity. The universe doesn't need you to fake joy or pretend you're okay. It needs your truth. It needs your real alignment. Because when your energy comes from a pure place, not only do you attract what you desire, you attract what will nourish you, grow you, and sustain you. Temporary abundance can be gained through force. Lasting abundance flows through alignment. One of the biggest shifts you can make is learning to release control. That doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of attachment to how and when things should happen. Control often comes from fear. The fear that if we don't force it, it won't come. But abundance flows where there is room for it. When you're holding on too tightly, there's no space for blessings to enter. When you relax, trust, and align your energy with peace, you open the channel. You become receptive. And receptivity is a core trait of abundance. This is where many people get stuck. They ask, they visualize, they affirm, but they don't trust. And so their energy sends mixed signals. It says, I want this, but also, I'm afraid it won't happen. That kind of energy confuses the field. It creates resistance. But when you're fully in alignment, when your thoughts, feelings, and actions all agree, you become a clear magnet. That clarity is what amplifies your frequency. That clarity is what opens the gates. Abundance isn't just about wealth. It's about overflow in every aspect of your life. Overflowing peace, overflowing creativity, overflowing connection, overflowing joy. And the way to create that overflow is to first cultivate it internally. If you want more love, become more loving. If you want more opportunity, become more prepared. If you want more freedom, release the chains of fear and doubt. Your external world is a mirror of your internal world. Shift your energy, and the reflection changes automatically. There is a version of you already living in complete alignment with abundance. They're not stuck in fear. They're not waiting for a sign. They've already become the version of themselves who lives fully, freely, and abundantly. And every time you act with faith, speak with love, and move with purpose, you're stepping into that version. You're collapsing the distance between the now and the vision. And as you collapse that distance, your energy becomes undeniable. It speaks louder than words, louder than effort. It becomes a silent call to everything you're meant to receive. Don't underestimate the power of the unseen. Just because something hasn't manifested yet doesn't mean it's not already yours. Timing is divine. Alignment takes time. But your job isn't to control the timing, it's to hold the energy, to remain faithful to the vibration, even when the evidence is slow to appear. This is where many give up, but not you, because you know that energy is the real work. And when your energy remains consistent, the outcome is inevitable. Some days you'll feel on fire, lit up with clarity and joy. Other days doubt might creep in. That's normal. But remember, your energy doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful. It just has to be honest, real, committed. So when you feel off, instead of collapsing into fear, return to your practices. Meditate, visualize, speak affirmations, move your body, raise your frequency, because the energy you choose in those moments is even more magnetic than the energy you carry when everything is going well. Let yourself become the evidence of what is possible when a human being aligns with abundance. Let people look at your life and wonder how it's all flowing so easily. Let your energy do the talking. Because you're not here to convince anyone. You're here to live your truth, to embody your power, and to attract with grace what others try to chase in chaos. This is your power. This is your gift. You are a magnet, and the more you believe it, the more undeniable it becomes. Abundance doesn't always arrive with a grand announcement. Sometimes it enters your life as a whisper, a nudge, a small shift in perspective. You might suddenly find yourself meeting the right person at the right time, or receiving the perfect idea in the middle of a quiet moment. These aren't coincidences. They are the ripple effects of your frequency. When your energy is clear, you begin to notice that life is always communicating with you. And when you learn to trust those whispers, to act on those nudges, you align with the abundance already orbiting your reality. Every single thought you think holds a vibration. A high vibrational thought like gratitude, joy, or appreciation radiates far and wide. A low vibrational thought rooted in fear, scarcity, or resentment shrinks your field. This is not just poetic language, it's energetic truth. The energy you emit carries a measurable frequency, and that frequency informs the quality of what you receive. If your thoughts are chaotic, your results will reflect that. If your thoughts are intentional and empowered, your outer world begins to stabilize, expand, and prosper. So often, people ask how to become more abundant. And the answer lies not in doing more, but in being more. Be more of your true self. Be more aligned with the highest version of who you are. Be more present. Be more grateful. From that state of being, inspired action naturally flows. You're not forcing your way forward. You're flowing in harmony with your path. That is the difference between effort and alignment. Effort pushes, alignment pulls. And when you're being pulled by your vision, your energy becomes undeniable. One of the most powerful things you can do to elevate your energy is to eliminate the subtle blocks that drain it. Negative self-talk, constant comparison, unnecessary worry. These energy leaks weaken your magnetic field. They create static in your frequency. To truly become a magnet for abundance, you must protect your energy like it's sacred, because it is. Be mindful of what you consume mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Your energy is your currency. Spend it wisely. Surround yourself with people who reflect abundance, not just in material form, but in mindset, heart, and spirit. Energy is contagious. If you're around people who complain, criticize, or constantly expect the worst, you'll find it harder to keep your frequency high. But when you immerse yourself in environments that uplift, inspire, and empower, your own energy rises effortlessly. This doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life, but it does mean you become intentional about what you allow in your energetic space. Your environment matters. The spaces you occupy either support your frequency or lower it. Create an environment that feels abundant. That doesn't mean luxury, it means intention. Clean out the clutter. Light a candle. Play music that lifts your spirit. Speak words of affirmation aloud in your space. These small acts are energetic investments. They tell the universe, I am ready. I am aligned. I am open to receive. And when that message becomes consistent, your outer world transforms to match. Another key to becoming a magnet for abundance is celebrating every small win. Gratitude expands your energetic field faster than anything else. When you celebrate the little moments, the universe multiplies them. So many people wait to feel grateful until the big manifestation arrives. But the secret is this: feel grateful now, and the big manifestation arrives even faster. Gratitude says, I trust this process. I honor this journey. I see the beauty in this now. And that perspective is magnetic beyond measure. There is deep wisdom in learning to rest in your energy rather than constantly reach. Resting doesn't mean giving up. It means recharging, realigning, remembering. When you pause, when you breathe, when you reconnect with your vision, your energy reactivates. It regains clarity. It becomes focused again. And from that focused energy, powerful movement follows. That's the flow of abundance. Movement, pause, stillness, creation, trusting each phase, embracing the rhythm. In your most abundant state, you are not desperate. You are not begging the universe for blessings. You are commanding them with your presence, with your inner knowing, with your energetic conviction that says, I don't just hope for abundance, I embody it. That is when you shift from hoping to knowing, from waiting to welcoming, from wishing to receiving, because your energy has already done the work, and now the outer world is catching up. Visualize yourself right now as a beacon, a light radiating from within. That light is felt, not just by those around you, but by the unseen forces orchestrating your path. You're not invisible. You're not forgotten. Every time you choose joy over fear, faith over doubt, expansion over contraction, you amplify that light, and that light attracts everything aligned with it: people, resources, ideas, miracles. Your energy is the signal that activates it all. You don't need to prove your worthiness to receive abundance. Your existence is proof enough. The fact that you are here, alive, conscious, seeking alignment, that alone makes you worthy. Release the old stories that say you have to earn love, earn success, earn peace. You don't. You are love. You are success. You are peace. The energy you embody determines how much of that you allow into your experience. You are not blocked. You are becoming. You are not behind. You are unfolding. You are not waiting. You are preparing. There comes a time when you stop looking for signs and start becoming one. A sign of what's possible. A walking example of what happens when someone truly aligns with their energy and decides to live from that place, unapologetically. That's when you shift from seeker to source. You're no longer looking outside of yourself for the key. You realize you've been holding it the whole time. That realization alone changes your energy. You stop trying to attract, and instead become someone who naturally draws everything to them. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. That's the energetic law. And when your inner state matches the outer reality you desire, manifestation becomes inevitable. So instead of focusing on the outcome, focus on becoming. Become the version of yourself who already lives in abundance. How would they think? How would they speak? How would they move? How would they respond to challenges? Live from that energy now, not later. That energy is the magnet. The universe doesn't operate on need. It responds to frequency. You can need something deeply and still not receive it if your energy is wrapped in fear or desperation. But the moment your energy reflects trust, belief, and surrender, what you need starts to find its way to you. It may not always look how you expected, but it will always serve your growth. That's the deeper intelligence of abundance. It doesn't just give you what you want, it gives you what will help you become more of who you're meant to be. Let's talk about alignment versus effort. Many people spend their lives striving, hustling, pushing, but never really receiving. That's because effort alone, without aligned energy, can only take you so far. True abundance flows when your energy aligns with your actions. That means moving with intention, not just busyness. Taking inspired steps from a place of knowing, not panic. Your energy before the action matters more than the action itself. That's why when you do less from the right energy, you receive more than you ever did through struggle. There's a massive energetic difference between "I hope it happens" and "I know it's on its way." One is filled with uncertainty, the other is rooted in trust. That trust carries a vibration of inevitability, and the universe responds to that. You are not here to beg for abundance. You are here to remember that it's your birthright. There's nothing to chase. There's only something to align with. And that something is already within you, waiting to be expressed more fully. Start observing what feels expansive in your life versus what feels heavy. Your body is a powerful, energetic compass. When you're moving in the direction of abundance, you feel open, excited, even if nervous. When something is out of alignment, you feel drained, restricted, or uncertain. Honor that. Pay attention to your energy as your first language. Because long before your mind can make sense of something, your energy already knows. Every time you act in alignment with your highest energy, even if no one sees it, you're laying the foundation for your abundant future. The quiet decisions matter. The moments when you choose integrity over shortcuts, gratitude over complaining, presence over distraction, these are the invisible shifts that strengthen your energetic field. Abundance is not built on one grand moment. It's built on countless small energetic decisions made consistently over time. You're allowed to grow beyond your past story. Your energy doesn't have to stay trapped in old narratives. You are not the mistakes you made. You are not the limitations others projected onto you. You are not the fear that once held you back. You are energy, and energy can shift, it can expand, it can rise. So let it. Let yourself evolve beyond the old frequency. Let yourself outgrow the environments, thoughts, and habits that no longer reflect the life you're calling in. Sometimes, the most abundant thing you can do is release. Let go of what's no longer serving. Let go of resentment. Let go of forcing. Let go of waiting. In that letting go, you free your energy. You clear space for the new. You signal to the universe that you trust what's ahead more than you fear what's behind. That trust alone shifts your field. It invites abundance in through the back door, quietly but powerfully. Abundance requires courage. The courage to believe even when the world tells you to be realistic. The courage to keep your energy high even when your circumstances haven't caught up yet. The courage to embody a version of yourself that no one else may recognize yet, but that your soul knows deeply. That courage is what magnetizes your future. Because energy is not about logic, it's about faith, the unseen, the unmeasured, the feeling of knowing it's already yours before it arrives. When your energy says yes, the world begins to echo it. That echo might come as a new opportunity, a sudden breakthrough, a deep inner peace, or a wave of clarity. All are signs of alignment. All are confirmation that your energy is being mirrored by the universe. So don't wait for validation. Let your frequency be the confirmation. Let your peace be the sign. Let your inner joy, even in the absence of outer evidence, be the clearest proof that you've already become magnetic. Every moment is an energetic crossroad. You are always choosing fear or faith, doubt or trust, lack or expansion. These are not just emotional choices, they're vibrational ones. And each choice you make sends a ripple through your energy field, calling forth people, situations, and outcomes that resonate with it. That's why awareness is everything. The more conscious you become of your energy, the more power you have to direct your life. You're no longer reacting, you're responding. No longer hoping, you're creating. There's nothing passive about alignment. It's an active process of tuning in, clearing out, and showing up with clarity. You don't wait for the energy to shift. You shift first. You become the person who thinks on a higher level, who walks with confidence before there's external validation, who trusts in unseen blessings before they manifest. This is where the real shift happens, not in what you're doing, but in who you're being while you do it. You are not your bank account. You are not your job title. You are not your past. You are energy. And energy is limitless, infinite, ever expanding. When you start identifying with your energetic nature rather than your temporary conditions, everything changes. You stop playing small. You stop accepting limitations that were never meant for you. You begin to claim your space in the universe, not with entitlement, but with certainty. The certainty that comes from knowing you are connected to a source far greater than circumstance. Magnetic energy doesn't hustle. It attracts. That doesn't mean you don't work, but your work comes from inspiration, not desperation. You stop chasing things and start choosing them. You realize that everything you desire is already in vibrational escrow, waiting for your frequency to match. That means the most important job you have every day is to get into alignment, to feel good, to raise your vibration, to think thoughts that support your vision, and to release anything that clouds your clarity. When your energy becomes your top priority, your life begins to reflect that. It may not happen all at once, but the shift is undeniable. People start treating you differently. Synchronicities multiply. You feel more at peace, even when things are uncertain. That peace is abundance, that clarity is wealth, that calmness is power. It's all energy. And the more you cultivate that within, the more it materializes without. Let's talk about self-worth, because your sense of worth is the foundation of your energetic field. If you don't believe you deserve abundance, you will unconsciously push it away, sabotage it, or overlook it. Not because you don't want it, but because your energy hasn't expanded to hold it. Worthiness is not a feeling you wait to have. It's a choice you make. You decide you are enough. You decide you are worthy. You decide you are ready. And that decision begins to rewrite your frequency. You may not realize it, but your energy is constantly teaching others how to treat you. If your vibration says, "I am not enough," you will attract situations that reflect that back to you. But if your energy declares, "I honor myself," I value myself, I expect the best, then people, opportunities, and experiences begin to rise to meet you. This isn't magic. It's energetic law. You don't get what you demand. You get what you embody. The beauty of this truth is that it puts the power back in your hands. You don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to wait for a sign. You don't have to wait for someone else to validate you. You can become the source. Right now, with your breath, your belief, your energy, you can begin to embody the abundance you've been asking for. It's not about pretending, it's about becoming. Becoming so aligned, so authentic, so radiant in your energy that the world can't help but respond. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be to begin your expansion. Time is irrelevant in the realm of energy. One moment of alignment can shift years of stagnation. One decision made in clarity can reroute your entire path. One inner breakthrough can lead to an outer miracle. Never underestimate how quickly things can shift when you shift energetically. It's easy to look at others and think they have something you don't, but the truth is, they've just aligned with their energy. They've tapped into their power, and so can you. There is nothing more magnetic than someone who believes in themselves, who honors their journey, and who walks in quiet, unshakable faith. You don't need to compete, you need to align. Your energy is your lane, and when you stay in it, your path becomes unstoppable. Let your energy be the loudest thing about you. Let it speak before you enter a room. Let it linger after you've left. Let it reflect love, abundance, peace, and purpose. That's what people remember. That's what opportunities respond to. Not the resume, not the followers, not the flash. The energy. That invisible yet undeniable frequency that says, I know who I am. I know what I deserve. And I am aligned with all that is meant for me. NTRUE abundance begins with self-awareness. You cannot attract what you are not yet aware of within yourself. When you recognize the emotions, thoughts, and beliefs that dominate your inner world, you gain the power to change them. And in that shift, you start to radiate a new frequency. Awareness is the first spark of transformation. It's the moment you say, I see it, I feel it, I'm ready to shift it. And with that decision, your energy field expands. You become more magnetic, more open, more alive. So many people walk through life unaware of the silent energy they carry. They may smile, but deep down they're vibrating with fear, insecurity, or shame. The universe doesn't respond to what you show. It responds to what you hold. That's why deep healing is essential. You don't heal just to feel better. You heal to become more aligned, more magnetic, more able to hold the frequency of what you're calling in. Because abundance doesn't just ask, what do you want? It asks, can you hold it? Can you hold abundance without fear of losing it? Can you receive love without shrinking or sabotaging it? Can you allow success without feeling guilt or self-doubt? These are energetic questions that only deep self-work can answer. And the more honest you are with yourself, the more powerful your magnetism becomes. Because now you're attracting from clarity, not confusion, from intention, not reaction, from healing, not hiding. It's not about being perfect. It's about being aligned. Perfection is static. Alignment is alive. It moves with you, evolves with you, stretches you. Alignment allows you to be human and magnetic at the same time. You can have doubts and still be energetically strong. You can face challenges and still be in your power. You can fall and still rise as a magnet for all that you desire. Because your energy is not defined by the setback. It's defined by how you bounce back. Let's talk about consistency. Energy builds over time. You don't raise your frequency once and expect everything to change. It's a daily choice, a daily returning, a daily remembering of who you are and what you're aligned with. The more consistent you become in managing your energy, the more stable your manifestations become. You don't just attract a one-time breakthrough. You become a living frequency that keeps drawing abundance in waves. Your morning matters. The first thoughts you think, the first emotions you feel, they set the tone. Begin your day intentionally. Before you check your phone or worry about what's ahead, take a moment to tune into your energy. Ask yourself, what frequency am I choosing today? If the answer is peace, lead with peace. If it's love, infuse that into every word and action. This is how you become magnetic, by becoming intentional. Magnetism is quiet power. It doesn't scream. It doesn't beg. It doesn't chase. It simply is. It draws in by being. And you already have that within you. You've always had it. Maybe you just forgot. Maybe life clouded it, but your energy is still there, waiting to be activated again, waiting to rise, waiting to shine in the fullness of its truth. You don't need more information. You need more embodiment. You need to live what you already know. Start speaking to yourself like someone who is already living in abundance, not from a place of pretending, but from a place of calling that reality forward through energy. Speak with faith, walk with power, think with vision, love with openness. These choices recalibrate your field. They lift your vibration without force. They remind every cell in your body that abundance is not just possible, it's already in motion. When doubt creeps in, don't fight it. Don't shame yourself for having a low moment. Simply shift. Gently return to your power. Breathe. Speak truth over your fear. Choose a new thought. Take one small action that aligns with your higher self. Energy doesn't shift through force. It shifts through choice. Tiny, consistent choices that tell the universe, I'm still in. I'm still open. I still believe. And belief, that's the fuel. Not just belief in a dream, but belief in yourself. Belief in your ability to shift, to evolve, to grow into the person who can hold everything they once only imagined. That belief is electric. It charges your energy with momentum. It carries your vision forward even when the path is unclear. You don't need to see the whole way forward to begin moving. You just need to trust your energy enough to take the next step. You're not waiting on abundance. You're aligning with it. You're remembering that it's not outside of you. It's responding to you. Every time you shift your thoughts, your posture, your words, you're shifting your field. And the more you do that with intention, the more magnetic you become. You're not trying to convince the universe. You're becoming the kind of person the universe recognizes as ready. And that readiness, that energy, is the signal for everything to begin. This is the moment where everything begins to crystallize. Not because the world outside has changed, but because your energy has. You've remembered the truth of who you are. You've peeled back the layers of doubt, of fear, of old conditioning, and now you stand in your energetic power, radiating from the inside out. This isn't about perfection. It's about embodiment. You're no longer chasing abundance. You are it. You no longer feel separate from your desires. You're aligned with them. And that alignment is your magnet. There will always be external noise, distractions, doubt, people who don't understand your path, but those things only have power when you feed them your attention. From this moment on, your power lies in where you place your focus. Will you tune into limitation or possibility? Will you echo old patterns or choose new ones? Will you shrink for comfort or expand for truth? These questions shape your frequency, and your frequency shapes your future. Abundance doesn't ask you to change who you are. It asks you to become more of who you are at your core, your soul essence, your unique energy, your unfiltered truth. That essence is magnetic. When you operate from that place, everything you touch becomes more vibrant. Your words carry more weight. Your presence feels like peace. You begin to inspire not by what you say, but by who you are. That is the highest form of magnetism. Don't wait until everything is perfect to begin radiating abundance. Radiate now. Be that energy now. You can be abundant even while you're healing, even while you're rebuilding, even while you're figuring things out. The energy doesn't wait for circumstances to be ideal. It shapes the circumstances. Your internal reality is the blueprint, and every aligned thought, word, and action reinforces that design. You're not alone in this. The energy you cultivate inspires others to rise too. You become a permission slip, a reminder, a light in someone else's cloudy path. The ripple effect of your magnetism reaches farther than you know. And that's part of the abundance too. Not just what you receive, but what you transmit. You are a vessel for expansion, a channel for good, a lighthouse for those still finding their way. So don't dim your light to fit into spaces that no longer resonate. Don't shrink your energy to avoid judgment or misunderstanding. Your radiance is not a threat. It's an invitation to more depth, more peace, more impact, more abundance. The right people, the right moments, the right miracles will meet you in that light because they are attracted to your frequency, not your mask, not your performance, but your truth. As you move forward, let this be your mantra. My energy creates my reality. Repeat it when doubt arises. Whisper it in moments of stillness. Let it become the foundation of how you live, work, love, and lead. Because it's not just a saying, it's a truth, one that shapes the people you meet, the chances you take, the doors that open, and the miracles that unfold. You are not at the mercy of luck. You are in partnership with the universe, and your energy is the language it listens to. Every decision you make from this moment on is a declaration of the frequency you are choosing to embody. Will you choose love over fear, expansion over hesitation, trust over control? Each choice amplifies your field, sharpens your clarity, and deepens your alignment. You're not just attracting abundance, you're becoming a stable home for it, a place where it's safe to land, grow, and multiply. Let your energy do the talking. Let your presence become the evidence. You don't need to push or prove. You just need to become. Let abundance be your quiet confidence, your grounded peace, your radiant joy. Let it speak through your smile, your stillness, your service. You are magnetic. Not someday, not when you get it all together. Now, here, exactly as you are. And remember, abundance doesn't have a finish line. It's a frequency you keep stepping into again and again, deeper each time. Keep choosing it. Keep becoming it. Keep allowing it. You've already done more than you realize. You're already farther than you think. And the energy you're in now is already pulling more blessings, more opportunities, and more joy toward you. Keep your energy clear. Keep your heart open. And keep walking forward, because the abundance you feel, it's already real.